Rockstar Games, in a way, has responded to a couple of the leaks that have come out recently for Grand Theft Auto 6. I'll be telling you what's going on and more all in this video today. So this happened on social media, specifically on X, formerly Twitter, and even though it didn't come from the official Rockstar Games account, it did actually come from someone who works at Rockstar Games. And this all began on a post from GTA 6 Countdown, waiting for this man to drop any good news about GTA 6. And the guy on the left is video game journalist and author Jason Schreier, and of course, the image on the right being the Grand Theft Auto 6 logo. And we'll talk about Jason and what he's done in the past, in case you guys have forgotten. But the response was actually pretty interesting because someone from Rockstar Games directly chimed in, and this is what they had to say. They said, nah, we don't want him snooping to our company and project. So a pretty simple response of their disapproval of Jason Schreier and some of the reports that he's actually done. But what was very interesting is just mere moments after posting that, it was removed and their X account was also deleted. And this individual in particular is a lead character artist at Rockstar Games in India, and they have worked on Rockstar's last major title, Red Dead Redemption 2, as a lead artist for the main characters. So this guy is a big deal, and he's super important to the Rockstar Games team, and he had a pretty controversial response. In fact, it was so controversial that it was ended up being deleted just a few minutes after posting, but we don't know why. Was it just a change of heart, a change of mind? Did it come from someone higher up at Rockstar, them not wanting to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6 responses on social media? We have seen Rockstar Games developers share their thoughts and opinions on Grand Theft Auto 6, specifically when the trailers have come out. We've seen them post many of times saying, we can't wait to show you more, or how good does this look? I'm so excited of the work we've done, etc., etc. But they typically haven't responded to things that have involved leaks or things coming out early, which Jason Schreier is responsible for actually the first trailer of Grand Theft Auto 6 being leaked. For those of you guys that missed that story, back in November 2023, Rockstar Games sent out an internal email essentially saying that they were going to be giving us the first Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer in December. But Jason Schreier somehow got his hands on that email. He ended up posting a story saying that this is when the trailer was going to be coming out, and it essentially forced Rockstar Games' hand to come out and say, okay, this is what is going to happen. So I don't know if Rockstar originally was going to make it a surprise, if it was going to be some sort of a less timely lead up where we would only have a couple days advance before we knew when the trailer was coming out. So Jason Schreier has essentially leaked when trailer 1 was coming out. He, of course, has insider sources, not only at Rockstar, but also in the video game world. And so because of that, he has made many of statements and comments on Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar's development of the title, etc. He also has a long history of when he worked at other outlets such as Kotaku and more, of talking about not only Rockstar, but also Grand Theft Auto 6 too. So long story short, there's not a whole lot of love lost between Rockstar Games and apparently video game insiders like Jason Schreier. And I would say inside the Rockstar offices themselves, they're probably not a big fan of having their moments spoiled. But anyways, let's move on. And speaking of Rockstar Games employees making some comments and statements, a former Rockstar audio designer actually reveals the company's development process with unlimited resources and how much creative freedom the developers have. This was Rob Carr, who's an audio designer at Rockstar Games, working on LA Noire, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, and Grand Theft Auto 5. And a couple of weeks ago, he did an interview on YouTube, and this is what he had to say about Rockstar's process.
You know, what are the constraints that we have here? And you're given technical limitations. Yes, you know, like, okay, well, each sound bank has to be X, Y, and Z. You know, like, these are your limitations for every mission. These are the, you know, these are the technical constraints. Okay, well, what's the creative constraints? There isn't any. Go nuts. Okay, well, what does that mean? Well, what it means is like, okay, well, if you want to do footsteps and you want 10,000 different unique sounds for that, go nuts. Because we'd sooner have lots of things and then pull back on something if we don't need it. Like, yes, you did 10,000 footstep sounds. Do we need 10,000? Probably not. Okay, well, let's just limit it to about 100 then. fair enough. But if you go the other direction too much, okay, I have 5 footstep sounds. We're going to need more than that because it's going to get a bit old a bit quick. I'm really struggling for time now. I don't know. So that it was always like, it's easier to dial it down, dial it back, go too much and then strip some fat off than it is to not do enough and then have to push for that extra 5 or 10% at the end of the project.
And sort of merging those two topics of leaks and Rockstar Games responding, this is something that blew up over the weekend. If you've been following Grand Theft Auto 6 on social media, you saw probably a fan account or two posting that they had gotten a cease and desist letter from Take-Two Interactive, and they had to publicly apologize for posting AI-generated fake GTA 6 images. They admitted to using copyrighted Rockstar material in their AI creations, which is something we've talked about in a previous video of how insane this is getting and how this is becoming a Rockstar problem and why we need to hear from them sooner rather than later. Well, it turns out that was fake and it was just generated with ChatGPT. We need Rockstar Games to give us something soon because it is just getting out of hand with the fake leaks, with the AI generated content. We need some real GTA 6 content soon, and I think we might be on the verge of getting that within the next couple of days. In fact, in a video I plan on doing in maybe a day or so, we'll actually go through sort of Rockstar's history and what they did for Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. And it might not necessarily be trailer 3 is the first thing we get next. There's a handful of other things that actually could happen before trailer number 3, which might actually be refreshing because pretty much the only time Rockstar Games has made a Grand Theft Auto 6 announcement, it's either been a delay or a trailer. And yeah, the second trailer came with the website, but it was the trailer that everyone was excited about. So some information other than that could be pretty cool to see. And again, in a video I'll do in a few days, we'll actually look at some examples of what to expect and what Rockstar could potentially do next for GTA 6 and their announcements. So while Rockstar might be radio silent right now, current employees at Rockstar are not, and even former Rockstar Games employees are sharing details on how their games are made and just voicing their opinions left, right, and center. Again, hopefully we will hear from Rockstar Games soon. We're only a couple of days away from the end of the month, and once May gets here, that's when we can probably expect to hear officially from Rockstar. It's what they actually did in the past with their 2 previous games, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5, the year that they were released. So hopefully we're only a couple more days away, but let me know what you think about everything we discussed in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you want to stay up to date on all the GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.